Good morning, Facebook. I'm going to start doing a couple videos like this. Since I'm on the road and I only like to do the live Facebook videos when I'm in Wi-Fi, The only problem, unless they fixed the problem, is when you put a video like this from your phone onto Facebook, it doesn't tell you how many views or how many people viewed it, but it used to. I do clearly remember before live video, or before people started using live video, that when you made a video like this, on your regular cell phone, Android, whatever, iPhone, and then you uploaded it to Facebook, it would tell me, how many people views it. And the viewing is very important to me because it just shows how many people are interested in the things that I have to say, or even people that aren't interested and just watch because I don't know why they watch. They don't like things that I say or agree. But you can use these videos as a debate. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with people challenging me on my opinions, as long as you do it in a correct manner, and not make fun of people's families or mothers and things, just stupid stuff like that, that I will not partake in. But last night I was messaging somebody that was messaging me and just drilling me on Trump. Trump's a racist, Trump's a this, and Trump's a that, and Trump called every single Mexican, I don't even like saying his name, but what he said was Trump called every single Mexican wetbacks. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, where are you getting your information from? Because please send me this video, I said, of him saying this. And he goes, it's not a video. I got it off, I was listening to a Spanish TV channel. I forget the name of it. He put it through my messenger. And I says, okay, so they put a video of Donald Trump on there calling everybody that name? And he said, no, just the news announcer on the Spanish channel told us that. And I'm like, dude, you're being brainwashed, man. He never said anything like that. Now, come on. I mean, if you really wanted to start throwing around things that the candidates have said towards the American people, you might want to look towards Hillary, because she has trashed hundreds and thousands, millions of Americans, to be honest with you. She's trashed Bernie Sanders followers. She's trashed Trump followers. They have trashed police officers, accusing them of being racist. I mean, the insults go on and on and on and on. You better look on the Clinton side of the campaign if you're worried about who's insulting the most and who's not. Then he asked me a question. Why build a wall? Building a wall is racist. I'm like, what? I've never heard such a stupid thing in my life. And he says, okay, tell me, why do we need a wall? I'm like, dude, don't you understand that ISIS is using our weak immigration system, our weak border, to import their soldiers into our country? Sorry, my mind's just trying to wake my mind up here. I was up late trying to get some coffee up in me. But ISIS is using our weak immigration system to import their soldiers into our country by the thousands. And then, yeah, there might be a couple, Muslims in there that are nice and are getting tired of it over there in their country because they're threatened by ISIS as well. Yes, there is. But how can we justify between the two? So I try to explain this to him, and then, okay, so now you get, eventually, you're bringing over 60,000 more refugees, and how many were already here, and how many are coming in the future. Eventually, you got a huge army of ISIS right here in the United States, where there already is some, but these are just going to be adding to them, and then they're going to collaborate and get into a group and attack. Sorry about that. My phone fell off the dash. That's the first that's happened in a long time. But anyway, this is what ISIS wants to do. It's common sense. So I explained that to him, and then he was like, "Well, how are they getting in now?" And I'm like, "Dude, they're getting in through the border, through Mexico. We're just letting some of them in, and the others are sneaking in." And he says, "Well, how could they do that?" And I'm like, "Well, they just do it because we have a weak system and very limited amounts of border patrol because they were cut by Obama and Hillary administration. There's very little border control, and compared to what it used to be like. And that's what, when Donald Trump is saying about the country is getting soft, he means that the country is getting forced to be soft because they have soft leaders. Like Obama goes over to Saudi Arabia and bows to them guys. And, when Trump went to Russia, he didn't bow, to Mexico, he didn't bow to that guy. They came to terms, they shook hands, they talked. He didn't treat him with disrespect, but he didn't kiss his ass either. We are turning into a country that is just weak. And we're just going to allow, for instance, the Pakistanians or Iranians, whichever it was, who knows, come up close to our boats, our ships, and fire flares at us, and shout profanities and stuff like that, and we just sit there and take it. So Donald Trump says, if that would have happened on my watch, I would have blown him out the water. And that's exactly what needs to be done. Look, you're trying to harm, you're trying to send a message, whatever you're trying to do, dude. But if you come up close to our ships and start yelling profanities and all these ISIS words, you do deserve to get blown out of the water. That's the whole problem. And he's 100% right. Let's stop talking about it and let's start doing it. Let's stop putting it on the websites of the Clinton website on how they're going to attack ISIS. We're coming over next week at 2:00 p.m. and we know where you are and we're coming to get you. We talk about this stuff too much on social media, on the news. We don't need to know every little thing that they're going to do. We'll find out after it's done. Let's just get it done. Whatever you got to do it. And not talk about it. That's the whole problem with the government these days. They talk, but there's no do. Do it and stop talking. I'm going to keep this video short because for some reason when I get to a certain amount of time, it won't let me post it on Facebook because it tells me it's too long. I got to research that and see why it's that way and how long I can really go before I'm not allowed to post straight to Facebook and go through YouTube. I will post this on YouTube as well for people that don't have Facebook that want to watch my videos. But I'm just trying to say, please wake up, people. Please wake up. Is electing a woman president just because she's a woman more important than the safety of this country and the safety of our American people and the heroin that's rolling in through the borders? That's what I explained to that guy too. It's not just about the Mexican people. It's about others using Mexico to come through Mexico, to come into our borders. And in the Mexican cartel, absolutely, they're pushing heroin. People are dying. No more heroin. No more refugees. and USA first. That's my thoughts. Brent signing out. I'll talk to you later. Love you all. God bless.